Seraphims. New pacifistas are not 100, but at least 10 times stronger than older ones. Boa Hancock with Kuja Pirates versus Emperor of the Sea, Yonko Blackbeard and his crew versus Marine. The fight between these strong forces can't even able to give a scratch on these Seraphims. I mean, just imagine how strong they would be to destroy half of island of women Amazon Lily with some of their attacks. They solely overpower nearly all of the pirates present on that island, and one of them was able to give a rough time to a Yonko Blackbeard and made him to use his one of the strongest move, Black Hole, and even after that they didn't stop. They're like invincible. So that makes me wonder, how the hell did Vegapunk created them? Are they robots, cyborgs, or humans? Don't worry, your bro will try to give answers of all of these questions related to Seraphims with my ultimate theory. So throwing all of this bullshit aside, let's start the video. White hairs, brown skin, and black wings with flaming fire. They look like children version of warlords with a huge body. PX is written on their front side, which means they are pacifistas. And this voice admiral says their names are Seraphims. There are only 2 Seraphims we have seen so far, so we can't say which powers other Seraphims hold, but we can guess it by observing powers of these Seraphims. First, Seraphim of Boa, or maybe we can call it Baby Hancock. She can shoot beams from her hands. This power is just like old pacifistas, but these are much stronger than older version of beams, because she created a massive hole in the mountain of Amazon Lily with her one shot of beam. Second, Baby Mihawk. He have a sword, and also he can use it pretty well. And this one seems to be pretty strong Seraphim, as expected from Mihawk's version. He was able to slash mountain on Amazon Lily into 2 in his single try, and gave a rough time to a Yonko and made him to use his one of the strongest move, Black Hole. And even after this, they didn't stop their havoc and defeated nearly all of the pirates present on that island. And even after all of these things, they were unscratched. So no doubt, they have great both defensive and offensive power. Just like King, when his wings are on fire, he gets an extraordinary defense, and when it is not flaming, he gets an offensive edge. Vegapunk was the one who created discoveries on lineage factors and genetics in the world of One Piece. All the discoveries related to it ignite from his mind. Winsmoke just created Force of Zerma 66 by copy-pasting DNA and lineage factors from strong soldiers to another. Queen was creating cyborg weapons into his body, and by doing this, he was making his body more stronger and stronger. Caesar Clown was performing experiments on children to make them big in size. He was giving some kind of drugs to turn ordinary children into giants, and he almost succeeded in it. But I think these all 3 technologies and researches were originally ideas of Dr. Vegapunk or related to his discoveries, and this can be true because Winsmoke Judge, Caesar Clown, and Queen, these 3 were colleagues of Dr. Vegapunk at a time. So that's why I think their technologies were originated from Dr. Vegapunk or his discoveries. And according to my theory, Vegapunk is a evil mad scientist who can go at the extreme point for his research. He can do anything for his experiments. Do you know why I am saying this? Because Dr. Vegapunk was the one who fucked up entire life of Bartholomew Kuma for only creating pacifistas, and I really don't like it. And in Kaido's backstory, I think Vegapunk was the one who was performing experiments on Kaido and King, and that's how he got Kaido's lineage factor to make copy of his devil fruit, and got King's Lunarian DNA and lineage factors too. And this is going to be very important in further video, so don't forget about this. So as we all know, Dr. Vegapunk is father of genetics in the world of One Piece and discovered about lineage factors. And as I said, Zerma's technology, Queen's cyborg weapons, and Caesar's research were fundamentally developed from Vegapunk discoveries. And maybe he was also developing all these technologies from time to time in his own way, and now he succeeded in it. That's how he created Seraphims. Seraphims are huge in size. I think the reason behind they are huge is Vegapunk's research in giantification of children's. Do you remember these children from Punk Hazard? These children were huge in size due to the experiments of Caesar Clown. And as I said, this technology was created by Vegapunk. He did same with some another children and make them huge to create Seraphims. Next question is, why they have appearance of Lunarians? Well, do you remember Zerma 66 and their technology? Winsmoke Judge was cloning his own soldiers to increase his army. It took 5 years to make a clone soldier, and they were programmed not to fear death and not to turn on their masters, just like pacifistas. From this technology and King's Lunarian lineage factors and DNAs, Dr. Vegapunk mixed it with those children and gave Lunarian abilities. And do you know why Seraphims were unscratched in the War of Amazon Lily? When Zoro was fighting against King, we were introduced to abilities of Lunarians. When their back is flaming with fire, defense of their species became very powerful. Even Zoro's strongest moves not working against him. And that's why these new pacifistas Seraphims were unscratched on that fight. Despite the presence of strong characters like Blackbeard and Boa Hancock. And from my Boa Hancock, why this Seraphim look like baby Hancock and this one like baby Hawkeye? Well, do you remember about warlords? So warlords were pirates working alongside with marines in the exchange of some authorities from world government, and they were taking orders from marines too. That's how Dr. Vegapunk get DNA and lineage factors of warlords very easily, and he used it to make seraphims from the same technology Lunarian abilities given to seraphims. And as far as for their powers, Baby Hawkeye was able to cut mountain of Amazon lily just like Mihawk cuts big mountain of ice in Marineford War, and Baby Hancock shoots beams from her hands just like my Boa, but in a different way. Obviously, because Boa can shoot beams due to her devil fruits, and the seraphims don't have one. But. What if Dr. Vegapunk create copies of devil fruits of warlords from their lineage factors, just like he did with Kaido, and then gave it to the seraphims? Oh my god, oh my god. This will be mind-blowing discovery. I think we can make a separate video on it. And also that's not our today's topic by the way. So back to the topic. Beams Little Boa was shooting is created from Finn's technology but in a different way and in the style of Vegapunk. These seraphims have cyborg-like weapons in their body and that also makes them more invincible. That's how they can shoot beams from their hands. Well actually, word seraphim came from Jewish, Christian and Islamic literature. These are 7 throne guardian angels of God and they have 2 or 3 pairs of wings. And I think as you already guessed, 7 seraphims may be related to 7 warlords. Maybe world government created only 7 seraphims in the name of warlords and also to replace them. And each of them will represent and inherit powers of respective warlords. Like Baby Mihawk can use swords and Baby Hancock can shoot beams. Yes, these seraphims are way stronger than many warlords. But if there are only 7 seraphims and they are thinking they can replace it with them, then they are totally wrong. World government can't replace power like Mihawk and our god Buggy with these seraphims. But if they are planning to make whole army of these seraphims, then they will be really invincible. So this concludes my video, and I think if you are at till this end, then surely you like this video and you know what to do, right?